This was kind of a disturbing dream. I did not like this dream, and you know, it is Memorial Day, so this sort of makes sense in a certain way, but on my dream, there was more to the dream than the part that woke me up. It was like, oh, it was like a war started. But it might have been like a cinematic view of it. Like, it wasn't like a first person, it was probably more like a movie look to me. But I remember, I don't know, like there was like a wailing, or there was a woman, like, but like this is what makes me think it was more cinematic or something, because then the music started playing. It was like, and like it went, like it was a string instrument, so it's like, and like, but that was on the backdrop of like these people like moaning and stuff, like, or like it was like the aftermath. It was like aftermath kind of scene, and that played in my head, and it was women. It was women um, like they were in pain. Somebody was in pain, and but there was like fucking violin music, I guess. But yeah, I woke up because it was like, yeah, it was kind of, it was beautiful, but it was disturbing. You know, like it was beautiful in a cinematic sense, but disturbing just because like I didn't want to watch that. Had the violin and everything like that. But yeah, but I mean, like I did have more, like I have seen really like worse things in my dream. So it's not really that bad. It's just I didn't like what it symbolized, right? Like I wasn't a fan of what it was symbolizing in my mind. So that's when I woke up. You know, I also think kind of like you know, I don't want to say reluctance to go to bed, but it was like, but yeah, me as like an artistic person took away like the music, because it was like, dun, dun, I like, my voice is not capturing it really very well. It's like a string quartet. With the backdrop of people wailing in pain. So I don't know. That's not. I don't know how to describe the mood of that music, but it was kind of like, imagine like a fire breaking out in like the woods or something in the fall time or something like that, and then people are trying to escape that. Anyway, so that was kind of weird, but you know, I record my dreams. That's what I do. I also ran into, like, you know, because I read the Red Book very sticklemantically, and that's a trip and a half, because I ran into a part in that where Carl Jung, this is really, really, like, I don't even feel like admitting this, because first of all, I didn't like record the page, so somebody's gonna say, oh, you lie or whatever. But I could swear to God he described like pixies, like my pixies from Pixie Road. He was describing these creatures. Oh my God, that's when it would like trip me out. But this was like a couple years back. But this time is a little different. Like, that whole entire revelation to me creeped me out. Like, I mean, I know the subconscious is going to recycle images anyway, so like even if, cuz like I mean even my conscious state, like I know that I have borrowed this there's different reference points for them, right? But it was like, okay, I'm gonna admit it. I was high at the time, and when I opened up the page and it was describing my fucking pixies, like, cause this guy lived several years before, cause like, okay, for example, it's like, oh, elves, like, oh, they have like, it's one trait, right? It's one trait, but having him describe like the several traits that I use to describe my pixies was kind of trippy for me. And it kind of, I mean, the man's mom was totally like schizophrenic, and I mean, like, it's not even schizophrenic. Like, this is what it was. It's like he sees that like they tap into something, they just can't like attune it correctly or whatever. People on that frequency. Um, but anyway, like I'm going overboard. I don't. I okay. I'm like referencing like 3 to 4 things all at once right now because like 1, the book, 2, my dreams, and like 3 past dreams. So not even the dream that I had now, but dreams before that are somehow maybe even worse than what I witnessed, which is true because like it wasn't a bad dream. Like, I didn't have a panic attack, but it was like what it represented, right? It's not let's say it's not a pleasant dream, yeah. Um, but yeah. But I don't know why I wasn't listening to music. I don't think my neighbors are like, I woke up and my neighbors aren't playing music. Like, also, they don't listen to like that kind of music anyway. Like, they listen, like, no, listen to like modern shit or whatever. Um, oh, that's closer to it. I mean, there is like the John Bjork thing, the song, About Time that I use for Pixie Road sometimes as like a placeholder for the kind of mood and vibe that I would like for that. But it's not that. Like, I would have recognized it if it was that, but it does have a similar root of like this kind of melancholic sort of, not yearning, but what would it be like poignant and sorrowful but impactful. That's why I said there was like a cinematic kind of vibe to it. Well, it was because like I was seeing it yeah, like it wasn't first person, so yeah, it had to have been. But it was the wailing of the women that made me like, I was like, oh. But yeah. Anyway, that's it. Take care, be good, bye bye.